This is like penalty charges you are going to make a customer since he is paying after due date. Simple. What are the setups required? How you are going to configure those penalty charges in the system, that you need to think. So you can raise a debit memo for that customer, a standard invoice, the interest invoice, either adjustment invoice. Okay. These are all the options you have. You can do that. We can create a debit memo, interest invoice, or standard interest invoice, or adjustments for the late charges or the penalty charges. Okay. What are the setups required in this case? So first setup is at receivable system options level. Okay. You need to enable that penalty charges details. Okay. Then you will have to define the late charge transaction type for the debit memo or standard invoice or adjustment. Okay. Then you can have the late charge schedule also, like suppose if he is crossing 30 days, then he is paying after 30 days after 2 months. Then what is the percentage of the interest or penalty or any fixed amount? Okay, like 100 rupees I want to charge for 1 month, or else 5% of the penalty of that amount, invoice amount due. So like that, you need to configure the late charge schedules. Okay, then assign the late charge schedules to your customer profile class. Customer profile class. This customer profile class you will assign to the customer. So while you are assigning the customer profile class, while you are configuring the customer profile class, you need to select whether this penalty, penalty is adjustment type, or standard invoice or transaction type, how you want to trigger. Okay, you want to create a transaction type with a debit memo or standard invoice or adjustment, that you need to keep. And you can select the penalty charge schedule as well. So we have 4 options. You can do whatever as per your client requirement. Okay. So these are the setups required to have the penalties against your customer. Okay. Then you need to run the late charge batch from the schedule process. Okay. The program name is late charge batch. Okay. Late charge batch. It will create a late charges against your customer. This program is available in the schedule process. So we have a draft mode and a final mode. First run it in a draft mode, so that whatever the late charges against that customer, you need to see all those details in the PDF format if you run the create